gotta pull them faster than that. Sounds like aliens going over. This is drone warfare. That's fun. They're hard to see on that white sky though, but that was cool. I'm empty. It was this close to hit me, so I was trying to hit it with a shotgun. Today we have the YHM Victra 20. 20 as in a 20 gauge suppressor. You don't hear often about 20 gauge suppressors. Of course, we have 12 gauge suppressors that come out first because that's what everybody goes for. That's what the most of America has is 12 gauge first. And this is the Victra 12. We've had it, we have an in-depth video on it last year when it came out, but this is one of the first 20 gauge suppressors in the wild from YHM. And you can tell it is a little bit shorter, and it's also a little bit quieter, even though it's a little smaller. I think it's quieter because just 20 gauge in general, well, it's a smaller hole. I think that's what it is. Because say you take 45 ACP, you may think, oh, it's subsonic, it's great to suppress. But in reality, a suppressed 9mm or subsonic ammo is going to be a lot quieter. I think that's the same thing that's happening with this shotgun. Because side by side, you can tell the 20 gauge, it sounds better. Now, it's also shorter, it's going to be lighter. It balances really well on this Beretta that's also with a shorter barrel, but this is the 10-inch configuration. When you get the rods from YHM, you can go to 8-inch, 6-inch, and even 4-inch. And at 4 inches, they're saying it's still hearing safe at 138 decibels. And when you're in that 4-inch configuration, the thing's only going to weigh 12 ounces. You're going to cut that weight in half because at full length, it's 22 ounces, so it's almost in half there. Now, you're mounted with the choke on your shotgun, so if you do not have a removable choke, you know you can't put a suppressor on your shotgun yet. You have to change out your barrels. But this one, of course, is for the Beretta. They're going to have the Benelli. They're going to have the Remington, all those popular ones. You can check out their website and see what they're offering right now. And you have chokes that mount onto the front cap. It comes with an IC choke, and then we have, I believe it's an IM here, and a full choke. So we're going to test those out today, see how they pattern. But I know you just want to hear what it sounds like, so we're going to go ahead and shut up and shoot. And we have this Caldwell surface-to-air Claycopter to start with. In the past, we had the handheld one. That was kind of fun. This thing's even cooler, though, because you have a remote and you have an app, and so you can put it downrange and shoot it at you. So let's shut up and shoot. Did I get them both?
I think so. Look,
I was giving you a chance.
I didn't zero this dot.
Oh, it's not zero. No, you're right.
It's not. That was fun.
I shot the second one with you.
Wait, what?
I shot the second one with you.
Is that why I just completely
It's like, I tried to get yours too, but it was gone.
Let's see where it goes now. Woo, close to that camera. I think we shot at the same time.
It sounded like one shot.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your impression?
So, at the shooter ear, this is extremely quiet, like comparatively. Mm-hmm. That I'm still getting uncomfortable. Like it's a little uncomfortable.
Right. We went over that earlier where the Victra 12 sounds great to the shooter, but the bystander needs to step back a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Yours sounds better to me
Well,
from here.
Find out what that looks like from a different perspective then. All right, Mr. 20, it's your turn to go first.
All righty. It almost sounds like this is subsonic compared to that.
And it might be, because I hear a supersonic crack on this one, and I don't hear it on your shot.
Okay, I'm going to go into the sky, though.
See, that was a little bit louder for that exit right there.
That one's so much louder compared to this.
It's got a lot of boom. Yeah,
This
quiet.
sounds good. Hold up now. You see if it is ammo. All right, so that was
Was super.
We got nice ammo there.
Okay.
That's loud!
It's a little louder still, but that, I mean, you hear the supersonic crack a lot better.
Yeah.
Almost got that tree limb down.
Okay, Okay, so this is 18.5-inch shotgun, but if you go short barrel shotty, if you go 16-inch, they only want you to use like a 3.5-inch shell max. 10-inch shotgun, they want you to use a 3-inch shot shell max, and then a 7.5-inch barrel, a 2 3/4-inch max shotgun shell.
So, you know, we're talking about barrel length restrictions because that's really common, but shotgun suppressors, we got one more thing to consider. We got to consider our ammo type. So we're about to shoot some buckshot, some turkey shot, and some heavier dove shot. But you got to remember, look up those restrictions, because if you have a modified wad or if you have some heavier tungsten ammo, that's no go with these suppressors. So let's make sure that everyone's aware of that too.
Yeah, so our turkey shot is just lead that we're going to be using. So we have a dove shot, is the quieter stuff that might even be running subsonic, because it's 1165 on the box, but that's also for a longer barrel. And then we have
turkey.
Dove turkeys. Yeah, it's extra magnum power turkey load, also lead, and then some buckshot, which we'll see what that sounds like. We don't do much of that because it's expensive.
That's right.
You ready for it?
All
right, 2 dove.
Man, that's quiet.
But there's no first round pop. That's what I was wondering if we'd hear that. Okay, this is the heavier turkey loads.
That's got bite.
I felt a little bit more in my ear.
Yeah, that had some pressure behind it. All right, here comes the loudest.
Good. Do you smell that? It's a sweet smell shell. Okay, buckshot. We don't know if it's going to be louder.
What?
It didn't sound louder.
That was quieter than the dove shot, I felt like.
Oh, no,
it's an underpowered. It didn't even feed.
We need some peanut butter with that jam.
That was a little bit louder.
Well, we had an open port, so it could have had something to do with that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's funny that the turkey was a good bit louder than the buckshot. We're going to pattern. We have the IC choke that came with it. We're at 15 yards, and we're going to use the dove shot, the louder dove shot. So this is the 7/8 ounce load, number 8, and then we'll check them both. All right, center mass.
That's pretty appropriate. That's there.
So we got out to here, 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 here. And so 15 yards was for home defense, right?
That's right.
So there's a lot of different yardages you can pattern stuff at, but we're just like, this is a run-of-the-mill middle ground. We'll measure, we'll just average it at 20.5 inches. Sound good?
Yep. In order to change the choke, you do have to disassemble a little bit. So you need a little Allen key, which it does not include, just FYI. You don't take the full rod out, but you do have to take just that bolt out a little bit, which does make a loose
The
stack.
rods might come. It depends on what comes loose first, because I may pull a whole rod out.
That is very true, because the rods, they screw in at the base, and then you're just attaching them at the top, and you're compressing. So there's the tip at the top. Now to get the choke, we've got to essentially unscrew it, which is going to collapse it inside.
Which is dumb. Because if you shoot sporting clays, you want to change these all the time. So when I first got the shotgun, I was like, sweet. Oh gosh, I was like, I can change these on the go. Not unless you do all this. It is not an easy swap as a shotgun would be an easy swap.
But it's still easy enough that if I'm out in the field doing clays, during the station switch or whatever, I can at least change it if I wanted to. In fact, it's a good feature to have available at least.
So it is all snug up. It's lefty-loosey when you're on this side, but when you have it apart, it's gonna be backwards thread, so it can be a bit confusing. All right, modified, we're gonna go for that roach right there. Roach is still there. I still need to adjust that red dot up.
Yeah, up and to the left.
There, so that's like 20. It's like, it didn't change much at all. It's actually 20 and 20. If you're not careful and your choke is not tight, so say you just keep shooting maybe just messing around at a dove hunt or something, and you didn't pay attention, your choke can actually fall into the middle of the shotgun suppressor there, which makes it easy to swap it out. I'm gonna start doing that, is just taking it loose before I swatch chokes, but that could be catastrophic. The last one, this is full. Surely we'll see some better restrictions now. I'm seeing them all over the place still. A lot of times they shoot a circle and they actually count the shots. They don't go to the outer shot. So you pointed that out correctly. It's not the total spread, it's the concentration, because our spread is
worse.
Actually, we got a 23-inch spread on it. So we have to look at these side by side, and then it makes more sense. So we're a lot more dense in the center, right? We finally got the thing zeroed though.
Yeah.
Turkey shot with the 4-inch configuration. Okay. I expected that to ring my ear a bit, and it did not.
Did for me, behind the camera.
Okay, but for the shooter, that's doable. Oh, especially if you're just turkey hunting or something. That would be all you need for a single shot or whatnot. So the more you're shooting, the longer you could go for your ears, but the less you're shooting, you could just be like, that's all I need for today. That's cool. So that's some fun at the range with the YHM Victra 20, and it performed well, especially when compared to the 12 gauge. It was quieter, and then being able to test them in the different configurations, you're gonna have that modularity, so you can have just different goals in mind. You want it quieter, keep it longer. If you want tactical use, 6-inch may be for you. I found the 4-inch surprisingly still quiet enough for a single shot or two. If you haven't gotten into shotguns, but you're just wanting to because now you can, because there's suppressors out on the market, you really may want to look into 20 gauge because of the quiet function, but a lot of it's going to end up on the host itself. This Beretta just came out at SHOT Show and it's got cattails. It was a great choice for this because it's short, it's compact, it's light, and I think that's what allowed us to enjoy the suppressor even more. And then I was surprised at the price when I pulled it up, because this is just on loan from YHM. It's $889, so I think that's one of the most affordable suppressors out there for shotguns, so you can go check it out from YHM. We thank them for letting us play with it today, and that's all for now. Okay, I love you, bye-bye.